Hey, what's going on, guys? Cesar Rodriguez, and in this video what I want to do is I want to share with you a little bit about how to decide whether or not you should spend money or invest money into your business, whether it be buying courses, books, going to events, or whatever. And I actually have a fun little email that I got from someone that asked me a great question, and I want to give you some insight and some philosophy, because if you understand this is going to help you to take your business to the next level. So these are some of the slight edge things that I did in my business that allowed me to catapult myself beyond where I would have been had I not followed this little philosophy that I'm going to share with you here. Now, to really drive this lesson home and to share with you my philosophy, I think the best way to do it is to share with you an email that I recently got, because I feel like this email represents a lot of what people think, and I want to share with you what my reply is, all right? So I'm going to give you a little eavesdropping into my life here. So the message came in and it said, "Hey Cesar, how you doing today? Hope everything's fine. I really am interested in your program, but what I want to know is it guaranteed to work? Because I hate to spend money that I can't spare, money that I can use to pay my bills with. I just started my business and I haven't made any money yet." Now, there's a lot of subtle nuances in this email that he wrote to me. I hate to spend money. I need it to pay my bills. So I want to share with you what my reply was to this. And in it, I think you're going to learn a thing or two about my mindset, and a mindset you may want to consider adopting. All right. Now, interestingly enough, I believe this person is talking about one of my courses, probably the Immediate Yes Formula, which is a course that teaches you, the art and mastery of approaching, presenting, and closing people and getting them to say yes to your product, service, or opportunity immediately and without objections. Okay. So I'm pretty sure this is what the course that he was asking, if it was guaranteed to work. So what I said to him was, number one, after I thanked him and said all that stuff for reaching out to me, I said, just so you know, no program is guaranteed to work, because you're not guaranteed to work. It always starts and ends with you. Always. Never forget that simple lesson and simple wisdom. Personally, when I look to buy a program, now I'm sharing with you my philosophy, and I shared this with him, I said, I don't look to buy it looking for any type of guarantee of whether or not it'll work. If that was the case, I wouldn't have bought 90% of the books or courses I've purchased. I buy things that might potentially give me a new idea, tip, or technique. My philosophy is, if I can just get one thing out of this book or this course or this event that might help me or might possibly give me the chance to get one more yes out of maybe 100 or maybe 1,000 no's, then it would have been worth it. And with that mindset, the question has never been about getting a guarantee. The question for myself was always about seeing how many books and audios and courses could I buy and go through so that I could get one more yes out of that 100 or one more yes out of that 1,000. Now, because I bought so many trainings, I've gotten so many fresh ideas. I've literally shaved years off of my learning curve, and it's not uncommon for me to close 80 to 90% of the people that I pick up the phone and actually talk to. So this has always been my mindset and my philosophy. I'm not looking for the big almighty guarantee. When I go to buy a course, I'm not looking at, is this going to be the answer to all of my prayers? I'm just going in there, spending my money and investing it in myself, because I know, what if I just take one little one-liner out of it? What if I have to spend $200, $300, $400, but I get one little thing, and in that thing, it allows me to close one more out of 100 people, or maybe two more out of 100 people, maybe one more out of 10 people. I mean, if I learn enough of those things, what's going to happen is I'm constantly going to improve my conversions. I'm constantly going to be able to have that slight edge. And I think a lot of times we chase the big deal so much instead of just chasing those little refinements. Because if you get enough little refinements here and there, what's going to happen is you're going to have a drastically better game. You're going to do so much better in your business. Think about golf. I mean, there's a million little things that you can learn. One little tweak: hold the club like this, position your body like this, look here when you're swinging, follow through in this way. Now, I'm not a pro golfer by any means, but no matter how good you get at your game, you're always looking for that one little thing. And you'll spend $1,000 to go to a clinic, or you'll spend a couple $1,000s to hire a professional trainer to just add 10 yards to your drive. Because if you learn enough of those little things, what happens is the compound effect over time kicks in, and before you know it, you're a superstar and people are looking at you like you're some type of ridiculous phenom from another planet, and they're wondering, how the heck does he do that? Well, the thing is, I didn't buy guarantees, I bought incremental little changes in my life and my business. So that's why you need to go to every event. That's why you need to buy every course that you can buy. That's why you need to change your mindset and change your philosophy about, hey, do I need a guarantee or do I just need a slight edge little tip? Because all it takes is one refinement. I can tell you events and courses and things that I've bought, that I've invested in, where I'd learned one little line and I've used that line for the past 13 years, and it's helped me close people that absolutely wouldn't have bought had I not known that line. So don't look for guarantees in life, my friends. Look for the slight edge, little tweaks that you can do that would, compounded over time, give you the drastic effect that you want in the lifestyle that you have. And I won't go heavy into this because I've done it before in other videos, but my personal philosophy is I always invest in myself first and pay my bills second. Like Robert Kiyosaki famously once said, the rich and successful people invest in themselves first and pay their bills afterwards, whereas the broken middle class pay their bills first and themselves last. So for myself, if I only had a couple of $100, the first thing that I would be looking to do is finding a way to invest it into myself and in my business, whether it be tools, whether it be courses or knowledge or events or information, anything that I can put into me, because the more I grow, the stronger my abilities are going to be out in the field to generate more money. Versus paying your bills, you pay your bills and guess what? No one at your company is clapping and applauding for you being an on-time bill payer. I never paid my bills on time, ever, even when I had the money. Even when I had the money and the cell phone company would call and say, hey, listen, your cell phone, you're late. And I'd say, great, how late am I? They'd say, you're 30 days. I'd say, when's the last day before you cut off my cell phone? And they'd say, oh, the last day is going to be on the 14th of next month. And I'd say, great, I'll call you on the 13th. And you know what I'd do on the 13th? I'd call them up and give them my minimum payment. The minimum, I'd say, hey, listen, I know you're about to cut off my phone tomorrow, but what's a minimum I can pay you to keep it on? And they'd usually say, well, if you pay us half and blah, blah, blah. So I was perpetually late. And guess what? I had the money in my bank account to pay the whole thing in full, but I always wanted to make sure I had enough flexible income to be able to buy a course, to buy an event, or to go and hop on a plane ticket and attend a seminar or do whatever I needed to do to invest in myself first. Now, because of that mindset and that philosophy that I've had over the past several years, I've been able to consume and devour content like you wouldn't believe. And that's why I'm so versatile in the field. And that's why I'm able to get so many more yeses versus the average person out there, all right? Because I've constantly invested into myself instead of worrying about paying my bills. Now I don't even worry about any bills because all my bills are on autopilot. But I had to make that first decision to stop worrying about paying my bills on time and to stop worrying about guarantees, because if I could just learn one slight edge, little technique, maybe just a one line, maybe just a way to handle objection, maybe just a way to approach someone, to compliment someone differently, to just do any one thing, that one thing compounded over enough exposures is going to make my money back and more than pay for the event, more than pay for the course, more than pay for whatever it is that I invested in. So always invest in yourself first, my friends. Don't worry about guarantees. Guarantees are for wussies, all right? Nothing's guaranteed to work because you're not guaranteed to work. So that's the lesson. Invest in yourself, and I'll see you over the top. All right, thank you very much. I'm Cesar Rodriguez, and if you enjoyed this training, feel free to share it, like it, drop a comment, and by all means, make sure you stop by my blog, CesarLRodriguez.com, where I have some of my best trainings, stuff I don't even post on YouTube, all right? Make sure you opt in for my Heavy Hitter Bootcamp, which I'm currently giving away. It's a 7-day training on prospecting, closing, lead generation, team building, and everything in between. Thank you very much. See you on the next video.